A story once spoken is ageless. The dungeon imagined without end. The curious are the ones most courageous. The tree that endures has to bend. From stillness the mad mage is stirring. From countless voices the castle takes shape. Zagig will test the enduring. Those unlucky will never escape. So here's the thing. This is what I've been supposed to sound like the whole time that I've been streaming. My microphone is backwards and I'm an idiot. Hello, hello. DM Chris, welcome in. So good to see you. Plaid, hello Tony, how are you? And Jen, thanks so much for coming over. It's so good to see you. And thank you for the follow. That was easier than I thought it would be. I do the thing where I don't ever remember like the password for any of my accounts. So I'm proud of you that you were able to like access your account. Good to see you. It's good to see you too. Miss the crap out of you. I missed you too. I feel like I haven't been able to stream regularly in a very long time because just with the move and the craziness and everything, it's been kind of tough. For a while I just didn't have a computer and couldn't. And then I've just been very, very sleepy tired. So it's been hard to stream. It's been 84 years. It feels like it. It sure, honest to God, feels like it. It's been a long ass time. I haven't streamed on my personal channel in a while either. I've been wanting to change that and get back into streaming there. But, you know, life happens. So I'm gonna move this down just a little bit. New type, hello, hello, welcome in. Okay, cool. Hey, welcome in. I heard you're moving to Michigan. I hope that means I get to see you possibly. I sadly can't make it to Gamehole, so oh buddy, I'm sorry to hear that. Probably at some point, yeah. We did move to Michigan. The move went well. I'm completely in love with our new home. It's been amazing. Love it here, and it's been great. One thing about Nashville is that it was very, 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 very loud, and it's very quiet here. So we've kind of been enjoying like the benefits of living in a small city. So like traffic is really calm. There's a lot of events that you can walk to. It's just been really nice. It's been like 3 years, honestly. These last like 4 years, 5 years, like the 2019 to 2024 period has felt like an age of man. It's been totally crazy. Yeah, 3 years. God damn. It's wild. But it's so good to see you. You said kiddo is 12 now. 12 now? Like 7th-ish grade? How's school? How's everything? How's life? We will at some point read some fiction. Hey Frank, welcome in. It's good to see you. How are you? Thanks for tuning in from YouTube. 12 and 2 days in 7th grade. Oh man. Do you have any birthday plans? That's so exciting. It's lovely, lovely. That's gotta feel crazy to like see your child entering like a new period of life, you know? Because like the middle school kind of age is like, it's kind of its own thing. Hey, Ooze Podcast, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Good to have you. Like it feels weird enough to like enter a new stage of your life, like a big move or like starting school, starting a new like chapter of school, anything like that. It feels crazy. It must feel wild to like watch your kid do it, you know? Hey, Milky, what's up? This is the final username. I mean, what username do you need aside from Ooze Podcast? That's awesome. Are you podcasting? And if so, tell me more. He can hear you and he is so embarrassed someone is talking about on Twitch. As a reformed 12-year-old, as a former 12-year-old, having anyone perceive you at any time ever is mortifying, so I get it and I'll stop talking about it. But happy birthday, I wish you well. How's the Troll Lords Games World of Warcraft guild coming along? Ah, Torlock, I'm sorry, it's not. I need to just do it. And I haven't. I have not like sat down to play World of Warcraft and get to the level that you need to be at to start a guild. I haven't done it. Maybe I can do that this week. I'm going through my schedule now being like, do I have time to play some World of Warcraft on the clock? Or off the clock. I am scripted deep diving of nostalgic things growing up as a 90s kid. That sounds awesome. Dude, do you have your first like episode up yet? Because I would love to go and watch. We need it. We do. I'm excited to make it. I really am. I just haven't had time. This is kind of my first like, I'm adjusting to having a computer again, honestly, because for a while I didn't have anything to like, didn't have a desk, didn't have anything, like any furniture or anything. I might need some pointers on getting a Kickstarter going. You guys did so good on there. Hey, thank you. Steve is definitely the man with all the wisdom in regards to Kickstarter, but the best advice I think that I've seen is to not treat it like a pre-order machine, and to oh man, how did they word it? I'm trying to remember what the like specific advice was. like use it to build up hype for a product that you already have mostly finished, instead of like having a bunch of products on 5 different burners at once and trying to manage everything. You know what I mean? I'll talk to Chuck and Steve about it. Hell yeah. I started playing old school RuneScape since we have been parted. Dude, how are you liking it? My boyfriend Nick plays RuneScape and likes it. First step up soon. I'm trying to get 4 in the bag at a time, so I'm always able to drop every week. Hell yeah, that's awesome. That sounds cool. I'll keep an eye out for it. Hang on, let me drop you a follow. Maybe just real quick. I'm just gonna do that. Okay. And hey guys, follow Ooze Podcast if you want to hear nostalgic stuff from the 90s. I'm super glad you seem well settled in and happy. I've been exhausted, and to now have like a home that's kind of sort of clean has it's made the biggest difference in the world. It's been awesome. But we're super happy here, and it's been really cool. It's like you're streaming from the set of a 70s sci-fi movie like Barbarella. Right now, with this going on, this is like a sunset lamp. It looks more orange in person than it does on this thing, I think. What if more dramatic? Do we like that better? It's annoyingly amazing. Me and the fiance play together. That's awesome. I love like when you can just play stuff together, you know? That's awesome. How's the new place treating you? It's been great. So when I first saw this apartment like on Zillow, I was not in love with it. It was not love at first sight. And we actually it went off the market for a while and then was put back on. And now I can't imagine living anywhere else because I'm so in love with this place. It just has a lot of character. I don't think there's many details of the place that I can really show you, but I've been posting stuff on Instagram. Marjolia, hello. You look way happier for real. I'm super happy. I'm way happier. It's good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, it's been awesome. We love the new place, and the location is great, and there's just a lot happening, and it's super cool. First follower. Let's go. First. I haven't started promoting the Twitch, but I'm on Insta, Threads, YouTube, Blue Sky, and TikTok, all with this username. I saw you on Instagram, and I checked out your page because I was like, this looks cool. So I like your profile picture and your icon and stuff. It's very eye-catching. Mood lighting. And the mood is orange. RuneScape fucking rules. I'll have to give it a try. That reminds me of when you guys did the whole stream of finding random homes on Zillow and critiquing them. I want to do that again sometime soon. I loved that so much. I don't know if I'll do that here on this channel. I don't know if the trolls would let me. I don't know if they'd be super happy with that. Maybe they would. Would they have to know? Maybe someday. Or we'll keep stuff like that to the personal channel. It's just fun to roast stuff. Stuff that doesn't really deserve it, you know? There's an entire Facebook group called Zillow Gone Wild, and it's unhinged. I think I'm in it. I'm pretty sure I'm in it. Or something similar, like an architecture shaming group. You two could pretend you're orcs evaluating homes. Ooh, okay. So this opens up a new idea for content that I had not considered. Like in character rating stuff. That could be cool. That could be cool. I might be into that. I'm I'm sure the trolls wouldn't mind a little crane goblin in their antics, or rather, trolls. I'm for sure. I mean, if I'm right about everything, if I'm right about all the opinions that I share, can they really be angry? Also, Mortal, welcome in. It's so good to see you. How have you been? How's everything? How's the new home? You guys settling into Michigan well? Super well. It's been awesome. We love the new home. I'll say it forever. I've been posting little details here and there about the home. One thing I can show you, we have this like half wall sort of, and the lights are kind of like embedded in it, and then it's just brick back up to the ceiling. So we've been putting our little like knickknacks there, and it's been super nice. So this place has a lot of character, and I'm super into it. For a long run, I had a whole channel of using the WWE game to turn all of my followers into wrestlers and watch their stories play out. Sometimes you just gotta get weird on here. That's fucking awesome. Wait, okay, I had a whole channel of using the WWE game to turn all of my followers into wrestlers. Can you say more? I'm very interested. Can you explain how you did this? Because I would love to know and maybe try to do something similar. Yeah, right? It's fucking awesome. Hey, Monophys and Little Kawaii Mistress, welcome in. Mistress, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen you. It's so awesome to see you. How you been? There's so many, like, old friends coming in tonight. I don't know what it is about tonight. Marjalila. Oh, okay. I thought maybe. I was wondering if you're the same. It's so good to see you. Hello. Thanks for coming on over to Twitch. This is, for anyone that is like hanging out on this channel for the first time, this is Trollord Games. This is the company that I now work for full-time. We make a really great tabletop RPG called Castles and Crusades. A super roleplay heavy tabletop RPG, fantasy tabletop RPG. And it's the most creatively empowered that I've ever felt playing a game, ever. And so, if you haven't followed the channel or any of our social media, I would be a bad social media manager if I didn't tell you to go ahead and do that, so you can keep up with our antics. But yeah, this is most of the streaming that I do now is right here. I see you're smiling a lot. I'm happy for you. Well, thank you. Stuff has been awesome. I'm super happy, and it's really great to like see folks who were kind of present when I started doing like social media and stuff here. Ooh, good point, Ooze. I've actually got to do... Sorry, I'm going to start referring to you by your username now, because it's like... My animal brain is like, say word on screen. I've got to set up a socials command here. We do have our link tree, but... Let me see if I can grab that. Oops. Here is our link tree. Hey Corey, welcome in. Thanks so much for watching from Facebook. I appreciate you. We're also live on YouTube and Twitch if you want to come hang out here, but thank you so much for tuning in. It's good to see you here. Okay. I made a whole arena, a ton of championship belts, custom PPVs and stuff, and then we'd randomly generate Avatar-style muscle boys for followers and let the game do custom booking. Damn, that's cool! Did you have to like... So, I know nothing about doing anything even remotely like that. Did you have to like code stuff? Like into your stream? Or did you just like have the actual like video game up and just say like, okay, this is this follower and this guy is the other follower, let's see what they do. Real pictures down to earth too. It feels awesome to just share my life, you know? Because that's not how it always was. So I feel like I can be a lot more like authentic and stuff. It's been way better. My summer was great. I didn't do any LARP still. I've still never LARPed. Never LARPed. It's gotta change. It's gotta change. I watched Legit last week and everything except one scene holds up. Still a gem. Oh, are you talking about Shaun of the Dead? Here's the thing. Wait. It is Shaun of the Dead, right? The 20-year... Yeah. Shaun of the Dead was released in the USA 20 years ago tomorrow. It's a good year. 20 years ago was a good year. It's the 20th birthday of Castles and Crusades, as well as Shaun of the Dead. And World of Warcraft? Fuck, it was a really good year 20 years ago. God damn. Well, alright. I've never watched Shaun of the Dead. Is it a good movie? LARP is for babies. Become a Scadian baby. What is a Scadian? I wanna skade. I wanna be a skade. What's a Scadian? I want a LARP. I want to do a LARP so bad, and I've never done it. I went to my very first Ren Fair this past summer. I had never been to one before. While we're on socials, what are Chuck and Steve's OnlyFans accounts? Steve's is OnlyFans 1-800-onlyfans.com/bootsucker. We got onto Steve a little bit because he was talking about feet in his books. I've been reading Steve's fiction, and there's a lot of boot and foot talk. And Chuck's is, I was gonna say, Chuck's OnlyFans would be, I don't know, what's Chuck's thing? I was gonna make a cheeseburger joke for Steve. I don't know what Chuck's thing is. OnlyFans.com/Chuck. 100% grade A. It's just troller Chuck. I'm picturing like you go through and you go to the homepage of his OnlyFans profile and it's just the same like picture of him like smiling. And it's just that picture over and over again.
Instead of the jungles of Include Made, it's the jungles of Include Made, and it's just Chuck in a made outfit.
Oh my god!
I say that.
Now it's been said. Look at Grace with the CNC plug. Here's the thing. It is my job. I will plug CNC all day, baby. If you haven't played it, you should. LARP for baby? I mean, I would not sword fight babies. Or would you? What if I told you this baby to my right? What's a bad take?
It's a bad thing.
Yeah, can you give me like any bad take? This baby is a flat earther. This baby says goo goo gaga. Like a bitch! Send them to... I forgot the word for Norse hell.
It's hell with one L.
Hell with one
Oh,
L?
Like Helheim, right?
Helheim? Is it really called Helheim? I thought it was gonna be like Skorgdurg or something. Hell? Hell with one L. Hey, Glitch! Oh my god, hey! Welcome in, it's so good to see you.
Yeah.
All these friends coming in and hanging out. Thank you so much for being here.
Hell is like
Helheim. Everyone's saying Helheim
yeah,
in chat.
Hell is the actual person who resides.
Hellsheim. It's Hellsheim. It's like home to someone who doesn't understand vowels. I'm being a hater for no reason. It's been a minute. It has. There's been so many friends come through tonight that I haven't seen in like years, and it's so awesome. Having the best time. How's life been? Tell me everything. We will at some point read tonight. Eventually, I promise. We will. This baby says goo goo gaga like a bitch, Grace 2024. Here's the thing, we've already established from my years of streaming that I cannot be held accountable for anything that I do or say. Because when camera turn on, my brain go bad. Brain gray matter turn to banana soup. It returned to mush. I don't know anything when streams start. Brain go away downstream. And it's a time that is had by all. So. All of you that I haven't seen in a while, I bet you missed this stupidity. I have been really tired recently, and I'm gonna blame it on that. I haven't been like exercising and stuff because it's been like just kind of crazy here. And I think that that's been making me more fatigued throughout the day. So no matter how much I sleep, I'm still tired, and my brain don't work too good. My brain equal ramen noodles. Strimmer need no brain, only delightful entertained it. If you came here for the entertainment, have I got some entertainment for you? And it's coming at you with the words from Helheim. Man, what kind of story do we want to read today? I have the entire Codex of Erd. I have 12,000 years of fantasy history in front of me. We could start at the beginning. I love starting at the beginning. But I feel like we've done that 3 times now. What if we do something else? Are you not been tanked? I have a take, actually. So I pitched this to my friends the other night. And this is something that I have not thought about very much, but the little bit that I've thought about it has been intense, and I have big feelings about this thought, so tell me if you agree. In like the height of the Roman Empire, I think, gladiatorial combat was a huge industry and form of entertainment, and people would flock to the gladiatorial ring to watch people fucking kill each other. We don't have that anymore. Now that's what you would, in layman's terms, call homicide. So we don't do that anymore. However, we have dating shows. And like these reality TV shows and stuff, I would posit that a lot of this stuff is like emotional, gladiatorial shipness. Do you know what I mean? Like we're watching people emotionally ravage each other. We're watching people completely traumatize each other on TV, and like watching it, like following this stuff, and we're just watching people traumatize each other. It's like emotional, gladiatorial stuff. So that's my big thought this past like week-ish. Did you ever watch Next on MTV? I've never heard of Next on MTV. Tell me about it. You said camera on, brain go bad, but I think you're onto something. By Jove! In the vacuum of space, a single spark! The Big Bang! History is my favorite subject. Hell yeah, dude. What section of history is your favorite? What piece of history? Digital gladiators. Yeah, kinda. right? You know? We're just watching people cry and like be upset. It's so bad it's good. Clearly scripted for half of the show too. That's awesome. I struggle with like reality shows in general because I don't like to watch people be upset. I don't like to watch people hurting and have their feelings hurt. But if it's like scripted and shitty, maybe I could give it a try. I'm just looking around here for a little bit of like fiction and some stuff to read. Maybe we could read about Meltaug again. I liked that story, that was pretty cool. Let me see if I can find that one because it's not how you might say organized. Okay, let me try searching for it. If not, then I'll abandon this. This can't be it. It would help if I remembered what the story was actually called. Hell of a Boss is what I love watching right now. What is that? If you want to feel extremely uncomfortable, there's always MILF Manor. Hey, Nick.
Yep.
So I know we just moved, but what if I told you? What if I told you that we could relocate to maybe somewhere even better? Somewhere out there, there's a place for us known as MILF Manor. So we're gonna move. See you guys later. We're just gonna pack our bags real quick. Relocate to MILF Manor. I like ancient and world history. Hell yeah, dude. I've been trying to stop saying dude. I'm sorry. We could go to Mexico.
Wait,
Okay, this isn't right.
can I read you the premise of this show real quick?
Yeah.
First of all, what do you think it is?
What do I think it is?
Yeah. Like, just give me like a really high level, just basic.
I think that MILF Manor is a manor where a bunch of MILFs live. And they're all in love.
All of the films are.
And also they're all best friends. And they live in like a MILF commune. And also all of their kids are like really close friends. And it's basically like awesome.
Well, you're close. 8 pairs of mothers and sons travel to a
Nope.
villa in Mexico
Nope.
to look for love.
Nope.
Upon arrival, the contestants are told that the 16 contestants were to romantically pursue each other. The announcement is a surprise to the contestants. One contestant, April, stated that she thought her son would be on a separate retreat instead of in her dating pool. Contestants perform challenges in each episode. In the first episode, the blindfolded women have to identify their son by feeling the men's shirtless torsos. And the winner of the challenge receives a night in one of the suites with a hot tub. So that's episode 1.
Time out.
They struggling with the psychic scream.
They're dating each other's sons? Fucking each other's sons. Burn it. Burn it to the ground. What?
Have to identify their son by feeling guys each
Ugh!
pair shares a room. In the second episode, the contestants guess each other's weakness.
Oh my god. So we...
The second season takes place in a Chalet.
What?
And instead features the younger men competing against their own fathers for the same pool of women.
I'm shocked and horrified.
Oh, okay. Wait.
I always forget how innocent Crane is at times. Here's the thing. I've been around the block. I think that I think that sons and mothers hanging out and trying to fuck each other around each other is insane.
And then trying to compete with your own father to fuck someone else's mom.
What the fuck? Dude. I can't. You've unleashed the terror of comrade energy. This is the return of the comrades, really. Any Troll Lord folks that don't know what that means, don't worry about it. I've been obsessed with Plantagenet Tudor War of the Roses era. Plantagenet? That sounds like that video of like reading Wikipedia articles that are super misspelled, or maybe that's not Wikipedia articles. Like WikiHow, like my girlfriend is pregnant. Like it sounds like that. I messaged you a YouTube link for next on Instagram for you two to watch later. Don't watch on stream. Okay. Noted. Hey, Leatherwing, welcome in. You have walked into a time. Hello. This is not usually the content of this channel, I promise you. But welcome in. It's so good to see you. And oh my god, Samich! All these fucking awesome people that I haven't seen in like years. Sammy, how are you? How is everything? Tell me everything. How's life? Y'all, the fact that like y'all are coming in here and like chilling and hanging out, it's awesome. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you all. And on this, the day that my mic is working the way that it's supposed to. Crazy. I feel like the luckiest person in the world. But welcome in, Leatherwing. To give you a proper introduction, this is Troll Lord Games. We're a company that's been in business for about 25 years, and we publish a game, a fantasy tabletop RPG called Castles and Crusades. And it's the best tabletop RPG ever, in my opinion, personally. I think earlier I put it pretty well. It's very roleplay heavy and very creatively empowering. It's all about like just teamwork and thinking on your feet and trying stuff that's kind of out of the box. And it's awesome. So I hope you'll stick around. But thank you for popping in. We don't talk about cum. I promise we don't usually get in here and talk about cum. That's not in the regular rotation. We also don't come in here and talk about MILFs. We're just on the subject now. So I'm being snuggled by the pup. I hear we're state neighbors now. We're state burrs. Welcome in. Man, oh man. How is the pup? How's the little baby? Speaking of the pup, hang on. Oh, he's so handsome. Little boy. Besides the strange talks, glad I stumbled upon you. Love tabletop RPGs, so keen to look into it and keen to hear what you have to offer. Well, dude, you can only just play our entire game for free. We have free PDFs of our player's handbook and Monsters and Treasure up on our website. Do I still have our link tree copied? Indeed. So go there, check it out, go to our store and tell us what you think and stick around, give us a follow. I'm only ever here on Mondays, and then things are much more regular and we talk about tabletop RPGs for the rest of the week, so welcome in. We're super happy to have you. King Maglet, welcome in, and thank you so much for the sub. Damn, that's a year. Thanks so much for being part of the community for a year, my dude. Welcome back. How are you? How's life? How's the world? How's your world? Puppy. Trouble will go over well at MILF Manor. He's the thing. Here's the thing. He's a little ladies' man. He loves the ladies. He won't walk by a group of women. He like gets down on his belly so that like we can't walk anywhere, and he just crawls on his little like knees and elbows. So he would go over very well at the MILF Manor. Have you ever seen the clip of the Delaware Shower Pop-Tart? My brain is like creating smoke. It's like grinding up against itself, trying to like churn out a joke about how that's what they used to call me. But it's not coming. Nick is going like this. Love you guys. Glad to be here. Love the pup people. We love you, buddy. Welcome back. It's good to see you. And thank you for the year sub. God damn. All y'all that like subscribe to this channel. I mean, we never expect like Twitch to be a platform where we like get support. We really just treat it as a place to like interact with people and chat about the game and like get to know the community. So whenever people do decide to like support us using like subs or bits or whatever, it blows our minds and breaks our concept of reality for a minute. It's crazy. So thank you so much for the support. All this is to say thank you. It's much appreciated. Estrella is now fully knocked out. She's snuggled in, is now full snore. We're in full snoring mode. Oh my goodness, thank you for the kisses. Oh wow, thank you for the kisses. Oh, thank you for the kisses. Tell Estrella that I love her. I love her very, very much. And she's the best girl. And she's so sweet. And she's so pretty. And she's so handsome. And she's very good. So, tell her that I love her most and best and biggest and forever. One of my favorite bits is to just go on and on and on about how much I love my dog. Artie is a donut dog on the other side of the couch. Oh, we love donuts. We love little donut dogs in these parts. Little donut puppy. Wanna go down? Oh, good boy. Oh, you sweet man. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. I have a just-fed German Shepherd laying at my feet, barely clinging to consciousness. Ah, my heart. I love German Shepherds so much. My really close friend Emily has a German Shepherd named Jasmine, and she's the best girl in the entire world. And I would fight, die, kill for her. She's the best girl. We love her, love her. So German Shepherds have a very, very special place in my heart, all because of Jasmine. I don't know what my hair is doing. Wait. Because of the mirror effect. Wait, does it go this way? I don't know how to fix my hair. I'll just not. My friendship with you is just a big ploy to cuddle trouble. I mean, I don't blame you. I wouldn't blame anyone. Hey, Nick.
Hey.
Is our relationship just a big ploy for you to be able to cuddle trouble whenever you want?
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
That won't cause any issues.
You say, oh, I love you, Mom.
You won't be lying awake at 3 a.m. thinking about that.
Never. I don't think about anything.
That's true. You heard it here first.
You heard it here cursed. Okay, I tagged you in the Pop-Tart video on Instagram for you guys to watch later. That's the end of my Instagram interaction. Line stopped there. Can't wait. I love finding a new line in the sand on Instagram. I have a meme stash on Instagram that I dare say may be one of the best in the world. It's pretty great. So maybe one day I'll like share that. He's my first one ever with the adjustment from a Chihuahua. Quite the adjustment from a Chicago. Oh, it's Chicago. God, what am I saying? I keep saying words that don't mean anything in the order that I'm saying them in. Save me. Hey, Jeremy. Chicago is very different from a dog. No. No way. You're blowing my mind right now. Are you having a stroke? No, I'm just like this. I'm medically stupid. Lurk, got a bike home. Bike safe, buddy. Thank you very much for the donut video. Pop-Tart thing. It was a Pop-Tart, not a donut. Do you smell burnt toast? I smell burning brain cells. I feel like so here's what I think is actually happening. All of the little mini-me's that pilot my meat suit are like gathering in a circle in the very center of my brain, and they have the very last like brain cell tied to a stake, and they're currently burning it at the stake. And that's what's kind of happening right now. So y'all all moved in. We're moved in. We're settled, kinda. We're mostly set up. We have all of our furniture finally. So it's been a long road. Everything that went wrong, everything that could have went wrong kind of did. So it's been good. But finally, we're kind of like settling into normal life again. So that's been cool. Must be epic memeage, memism, memology, meme-foo. Memology, the study of meme. It's first grade. I taste pennies. I taste boiling milk directly on my exposed skull. I've got a question, kinda, so not sure if it's the right place to ask, but recently steeled my nerves enough to attempt to build a tabletop RPG world. In starting, I realized I'm building this without game mechanics in mind. Not sure if I'm doing this backwards or not. Oh my god, no. No. First of all, I don't think that there's a wrong way to go about starting to create like a game setting. But I think that to go ahead and like focus, yeah, Manfred, you put it perfectly. Like work on the story first. And then you can go in and figure out any sort of like mechanics or rules or anything that you want after the fact, after you have like a base understanding of the foundation of your world. Jeremy, you wrote a setting for your game. Is that right? Like your game comes with an original setting. Did you start with your game rules first or with your world setting first? Personally, I like to start with the system because in many ways the mechanics will inform the game world. Ooh, that's interesting. Can you explain? Can you say more? Hey, Delport, welcome in. Good to see you. You know who started building a world with no mechanics in mind, not even knowing what story he wanted to tell? Tolkien. He just thought, what kind of language would elves speak, and went from there. Yeah, I mean, I think that the best thing that you can do for yourself when you're just starting out, and if you're anything like me, when you're a beginner at something, not having like the confidence to like do it and kind of just starting, anything that you can do to preserve the sense of like this is enjoyable and rewarding and fun to do is worth it, you know? Alright, settings designed around the mechanics of a game, like Eberron, tend to be more seamless and require less alterations to the engine. When I made my setting, I already knew I'd be heavily changing the engine to suit it, so I went in aware of those roadblocks. However, the adherence to mechanics can cause you to put up blinders. Yeah. One thing that I think about is like going in and like designing a magic city or a city that has magic integrated into it because the game system that I'm using has magic. I think that whenever I've done that, it's been for the worse. Because then I start to think about, well, okay, so this system has wizards, so there's a wizard organization in this city, but I don't think about like what purpose is magic actually serving here? Where did it start? How did it grow? You know? Like, I think it makes more sense to start with, like, the story. And then you're going to be making a million adjustments later anyway. So being able to, like, just keep that in mind, just like Jeremy said, keep it in mind that you're going to have to adjust later, and then just start, you know? I guess that's kind of the biggest thing that I think about. Like, anything that prevents you from just starting is not important. So not important. If it's preventing you from like taking the first step into the hobby or into the art or into the creation or the writing or whatever it is that you're working on, nothing is more important than just jumping in and starting. I was a big gamer back in the day. Oh yeah? What did you play? Confidence has always been the biggest stumbling block, so in putting pen to paper, it's been easier to flesh out the story for me. I love D&D, but I love all tabletop gaming equally, so didn't want to get locked into it. I think that's smart. I mean, my gaming group made a world setting called Terminus, and it was totally setting neutral. We played a 5e game in it, we've played a C&C game in it, and it's been awesome. So you're doing the right thing by just like getting started and doing the thing that's most interesting to you first, you know? Next year, I think I'm officially going to DM a one-shot, like a mini campaign. Let's go! That's awesome! What, are you like preparing stuff? Are you writing a little like one-shot or mini campaign? Look at lots of different games too. They all have their strengths. Exactly. That's something that I've really been enjoying, is like considering the strengths of different games, because I was only ever in 5e and didn't have any experience with anything else and wasn't aware of anything else, and that's all changed now, thank God. So yeah, I personally start with a story premise and then look for mechanics existing so that I can integrate. If they aren't, I'll tend to build my own mechanics for it. I love that. That's awesome. Exactly. I don't know how I found this stream, but I hope everyone is having a stellar day. Nai Rual, welcome in. It's so good to see you. Welcome. Thank you so much for like checking us out and popping in. We are a tabletop role-playing game like publishing company. We have our own game called Castles and Crusades, and it's 20 years old this year, so it's our Nat 20 year. But welcome in. It's lovely to have you. How are you? How's your day going? How was your weekend? I played Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and Myst. I heard that Myst was beautiful. I heard that that's a beautiful like puzzle game, right? But on the other hand, if I run Tunnels and Trolls, there are no clerics, only wizards. Very different world emerges from that. Super true. Yeah. Ooh, okay. That has my thoughts thoughting. Wait, no. Nothing is thoughting. Never mind. So from that, in a world where there is no such thing as a cleric, are there clerics called something else, and what are they and what do they do? I love that. If you start with the story world setting, keep it rattling around in the back of your mind how the elements you introduce will influence how the game is played. You can have a setting where wizards can do literally anything and frequently rewrite reality. If you do so, you'll want a game where you either exclusively play as wizards or incorporate insane things for non-casters to do to keep up. Yeah, I think that's fair. Magic is kind of one of the big things to consider, it seems, because it has like a huge impact on the world. If you have like magic solutions to every problem, then, you know. I like forced scarcity with magic when it comes to fantasy settings, personally. But yeah, keeping in mind like balance and what kind of classes you want to exist in the world and stuff like that, that is important. Myst is great. Man, maybe I'll have to give it a try sometime. So the group is going to be themselves, transported to a different world, so they won't know what their race or class is. But they will take the quiz to determine what they are without seeing the results, so they get to learn what they can do as they play. Dude, what the fuck? I've always wanted to play in a game like that. That sounds so cool. I've always wanted to play a game where you are kind of playing yourself, transported to like a fantasy realm. I think that sounds like so much fun. That sounds so cool. That is sweet. Oh man, your players are gonna love it. Swords and Chaos has no clerics either. That makes sense from how you described it. Anyone who doesn't know, Swords and Chaos is Kothar Jeremy's game, and it's really cool, and you should check it out and definitely do it. I heard Myst is one of the greatest video games ever made. Ooh, why? Why is it one of the greatest video games ever made? That's high praise. Say more. Low fantasy is best. Limit the number of magic items. Yeah. I love low fantasy. I have like a soft spot in my heart for both. I feel like writing low fantasy is like, feels more approachable, because I think like my biggest stumbling block personally with it is feeling like I'm not smart enough to figure out how to integrate magic into a culture and have the whole world still feel like balanced. And I don't think that because I've tried and that's what happened. I think that because it's just an insecurity and an anxiety, and that's dumb. So don't do the thing that I'm doing and not try things. It's my cynical opus. That's a good way to put it. From how I've heard you talk about it, a cynical opus sounds right. But it's a cool game. That way, the character's spells are the primary source of magic in the world, and more important because of it. Yeah. I figured it would take a lot of the stress of like creating a backstory and all that and just let me focus on them having fun. Yeah, I mean, that's the most important part, really. Like, everything is kind of like bells and whistles, but if you're able to keep sight of like, is this going to help people have fun? Not like, is this the coolest story thing, or is this like the most suspenseful thing I could come up with, or is this political intrigue complicated enough, whatever. So what are thoughts on race? I know in a fantasy setting we like getting away from our human forms. So while I'm heading in the direction of racial turmoil throughout the continents, I don't know how much I'm stunting players by locking them into one of two or three humanoid character races. That's a good question. Man. I think, like, my first thought is that you could ask 15 people to build you a human fighter, and none of those people that they design would be even remotely similar. There's a lot of variety that you can have, especially if you have like fleshed out regions and cultures in your setting. I don't think that people will feel restricted by a lack of choices when it comes to playable races, as long as the options that they do have are equivalent to each other. And I don't know, I mean, if I'm a player and there's like maybe 3 playable races, for instance, what I would want to know is like, will the region that I grew up in impact stuff? Like, will the culture that my character grew up in impact their experience in the story? You have a lot of opportunity to create like a really culturally rich like experience for them. And so I would think, like, if you don't want to focus on like designing a bunch of races or allowing a bunch of races in your game, like just building out the world and making that part feel real, like I don't think people are really gonna miss all of the different options, you know what I mean? I'm back now and heard the game come up while I was riding. Oh, Myst. Myst is a top 5 game of all time for sure. I think it's the graphics in Myst. Myst is one of the games of all time. Hell yeah. Myst is great, frustrating but great. I would love to include more escape room tactics in a module. It's a puzzle game, right? I remember hearing that it's like beautiful. I think I'm going to transport them to Exandria because Critical Role is the setting I have the most knowledge about and is already so well built. I love that. I love Exandria too. That's such a great setting. I know that in the setting book that they published, they describe like Exandria as being very like war-torn. Is it limiting in Call of Cthulhu that you can only play humans? Yeah, super good point. Like, there's something really awesome in the simplicity of like, you can only be a human, you know? It makes your class matter a lot more, I think, when you don't have like different abilities granted to you by your race. So you feel the differences between the people in your party a lot more in your class. The other day I passed a cannibal eating a clown. He said it tasted funny. Dude, that's like the girl that I know who only has sex with clowns. Fucking bonkers. Clown humor, anybody? Humans are dizzyingly diverse just because of their culture. Yeah. You can have more than one dwarven culture and still be within the realm of dwarvenness, for example, which I would like to change. One of my favorite things, this is one of Nick's creations in the world of Terminus, which is the setting that we all designed together. Nick took the lead on our dwarven culture, and rather than being like up in the frigid mountains and kind of like the image that we have of like fantasy dwarves, he constructed a culture, a dwarven culture that was very much, it was more similar to like ancient Egypt kind of, where everything is very like geometric and prismatic and very, very, very artful, and it's a lot more like Middle Eastern. And I want to play in a world where both dwarven cultures exist, because they don't in our setting, I think. Well, they probably do, but we haven't explored that. Damn, throw some glitter on someone's balls because that's pretty nuts. I'm just gonna catalog that one real quick. Add it to the Rolodex. Hot take, I like Narnia more than Middle Earth. Ooh, tell me why. I don't know very much about Narnia. Is that the world where you were an Echo Knight? No, that was not. That was Zach's setting, Ira Eterna's setting, Ios. That was a fun game. That was a really fun campaign, and I loved that character so much. I think that might be one of the character concepts that I'm most proud of when it comes to like constructing a character for an actual play. I played a Warforged Echo Knight, who was kind of like the Eldritch Abomination construction of an ancient elven enchanter whose young adult daughter had passed away due to illness, and so the enchanter took her daughter's corpse and made it to be a vessel to house her own soul in, because she was very much afraid of like dying and wanted to live forever in a body that would stay like basically perfect. And so she spent all this time like constructing this vessel, and then through plot her ritual to do that didn't work out quite as intended, and this new kind of third personality that was kind of partly the daughter who had been dead and partly the mother, the enchanter, formed. And I wrote all of these different memory triggers that were like things that she might encounter in game. One of them was like eating a plum. One of them was like feeling embarrassed. One of them was seeing glowing jellyfish. Stuff like that she could just kind of encounter in game. And these were memories that belonged to either the daughter or the mother. And the more memories that she encountered for one or the other, she would begin to act more like that one or the other one. And that was so much fun. I loved that character. My buddy's setting has Akkadian Mesopotamian dwarves. Ah, that's so cool! I love that. Tell Nick that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Your dwarves are cool. Someone mentioned Tolkien earlier. Where do you draw the line between writing a world for a novel and making it playable in a tabletop RPG setting? The last thing I'd want to do is railroad players, but rather make enough side quests and branched out stories that all have equal impact within the sandbox. Ooh. That's insane. Thanks. It was so much fun. It was so fun. I loved it. It made me want to try playing an Echo Knight. Unfortunately, I split from my group before I could play her. Oh, I hope you get another chance, because Echo Knights are so much fun. That is such a great control class. Here's what you do. You're an Echo Knight and you take Sentinel. No one's going fucking nowhere. You're stuck in here with me. Okay, but writing a world for a novel rather than a playable tabletop RPG setting and not wanting to railroad players. Man, so my experience with that, I did not really plan an adventure when I started DMing a campaign. And over 2 years of that game going on, we all kind of like improv'd a plot together. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend that again. And I wouldn't approach a game that way again. The thing that comes to mind first, and everyone else can kind of chime in here, I would think that like you want to make like a pine tree shape. So maybe one or two like big world problems, 2 or 3 like high level continent problems, and then like your city, local, town like side quests and stuff like that. But I've also never planned for a campaign before. I feel like if I were to do it again, that's kind of how I would approach it. And in fact, actually, so I have been planning out a new campaign. And the premise of this campaign, Nick just made a face. The premise of the campaign is that all of the players and all of the NPCs that they meet are characters who were scrapped. These are characters who never came to fruition. They were never played. They might have some sort of knowledge of who they were supposed to be, or who their player is or was, or why they weren't ever played. But they go from being in like the general limbo, like aether of ideas, where they could be plucked from the aether and then used in something else. Instead, they are kind of sucked into this kind of like pocket dimension where everyone is like scrapped. They're all kind of these like scrapped character ideas, and they don't know why they're there. And they'll never be able to be the person or the character that they were like dreamed and meant to be. And they're all just kind of making the best of it. But really, they're all there for a reason, and there's a whole, like... This is kind of a mini campaign that I'm imagining. Your goal is to escape this kind of land. And the realm is called Draft, which I thought was fun. So I have been planning for that, and the general thing that I started with is, okay, so I want players to play this game and play in this setting. I want their goal to be to escape. And I built all of the other side quests and everything like that around that goal. And I had that goal before I knew who like the villain was, if there is one, before I knew what any of the side quests were, anything like that. So hopefully we can play that one soon. I don't know, maybe. A campaign of Leftovers sounds delightful. Dude, thank you. I think it'll be really fun. I have a really great cast of like NPCs for this one that I'm excited about, but I also don't want to make it like all about the NPCs, so these are just kind of people with like side quests and stuff like that. But I think it'll be a fun world for people to interact with. Glad I'm on the same page as those with actual experience, nothing worse than doubt. Oh, totally. And sometimes all you need is just like affirmation that there's no wrong way to do it. You're doing it the right way, and keep going and continue, please. It sounds like you're starting at a really good place, and I can't wait for you to like come back and tell us what more you've written. Grace and her metaphysical game concept. That's some heady stuff. Dude, thank you. Metatextual commentaries on the creative process in gaming make my brain itchy. Well, we're here to itch brain and MILF manners.
Get yourself a MILF with manners.
Get yourself a MILF with manners.
A well-mannered MILF.
Meaning they have a manner.
Yeah.
They're well-mannered. They
Well-mannered.
They have a manner, and it's well. Yeah. Escape from Grace's mind. Here's the thing. If I can't do it, I'm going to make sure no one else can either. I could literally sit here and talk all day. This is so fun. Dude, thank you. I'm so happy that you're here. It's a lot of fun. I love seeing my friends. What cons will you be attending in 2025? Any and all of the cons that Troller Games is going to. So definitely Gamehole Con and Gary Con. Hopefully Gen Con again. And those are kind of the three that I know about. There might be others on the schedule that I'm not sure about, but we'll find out. Currently the ideas centered around the antagonist is slightly worrying because it's likely to be a sandbox where characters are building the story. There's more than one antagonist, but each with their own goals crossing and overlapping throughout the world. Love that. That's awesome. This is not the stream I expected, but it's the stream I deserve. I'm just here to take the energy that is given to me and multiply it and make everything worse. If we want to talk about MILFs and MILF manners, don't watch the dating show MILF Manor. That's kind of the point. That's kind of what we learned. That's what we've learned tonight. The deepest my game ideas get is shit like, what if chimpanzees had laser guns? Well, what if chimpanzees had laser guns? What if a chimpanzee had a laser gun? Would they have the wherewithal to like... Would a chimpanzee know what to do with a weapon? I don't know anything about chimpanzees. Do they use weapons to like bludgeon each other to death? I know chimpanzees can like rip each other limb from limb and stuff, but are they in the Stone Age? Do they use tools with which to enact violence?
I think I actually heard recently about like a great ape like the
The Venn diagram of me and some ape is slim but important. For I too can use some kind of tool. It would be really cool, and you'd have to stop them. They were trained with the guns. They use tools for gathering and throw rocks. I'm on board. Yes, yes. According to Planet of the Apes, they are very capable. You heard it. You heard it here first. They have been known to use sticks to beat each other. All right, damn. I came here to get shot down and told I'm an idiot for trying. Buddy, come on. Instead, everyone's feeling the obsession and saying go for it. Gotta love the community. Leatherwing, if you're not already part of the Discord, we would love for you to join. Like, zero pressure, obviously. I know that, like, Discords and stuff aren't for everybody. Maybe that won't work. Let me grab the link manually. This community is super supportive. If you ever want to, like, knock ideas around, like, come do it. And actually, you should come back on Monday morning. I'm not in it, but we do have like a world building stream on Wednesday mornings, and that might be right up your alley if you're wanting to like talk about world building and stuff. But you rock, and we love enabling obsessions and talking about world building together. I was gonna do some live reading. Usually that's what I do on Monday nights, is live readings of the fiction that we've published. And I got too excited to talk through my mic, which is now working properly. Shout out to Johnny Omaha. And never actually got around to the reading, and now we're 13 minutes over time. But, you know. Hey, Sano J. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. We don't shoot down dreams here. We try to provide them with a lift. Listen, this whole company was started to get two crazy people to Gen Con at a discount. So we're all about doing something nuts, trying new things, and being happy with like the simplest outcome and letting it grow into something way wilder than the simplest. So you've come to the right place, and it's lovely to have you. You know what? It is kind of late, so I should probably get out of here. Ooh, I also had the idea of a science fantasy game where the players crash land on a feudal medieval post-apocalyptic setting where autocratic wizards rule by harnessing the power of clouds of nanobots that exist in the biosphere, but which they don't realize aren't magic.
That's very Dying Earth.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I don't know if you could hear Nikki, so that's very Dying Earth. It's very Horizon Zero Dawn.
Ooh, yeah.
God, that sounds so cool. Will you please do that? Could you please write that game and let us play it? Wednesday mornings sound fantastic. I happen to be awake for this. South Africa's time zone's off, but we'll schedule accordingly. Dude, thank you for tuning in from all the way in South Africa. God damn. I'm happy that you stopped by. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I do have my own channel, Crane Writes. Come hang out. We'll be live on there eventually again. We're gonna go ahead and end it here, but thank you all so much for hanging out with me, and I'm sorry that we didn't do any reading. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy you're all moved in and can finally relax. I'm so happy you're happy, and I so hope I get to hang out with you now that you're closer. I hope you have an amazing night. Hey, likewise. Thank you so much for like always hanging out and like sharing the great energy. You're fucking awesome, and I can't wait to like hang out again. Samich, just everyone that was around when I very first like started streaming and chose tonight. You all had like a brain cell moment of like deciding to come in tonight and hang out. And I'm so grateful to see you all and get to like share some time together on the internet space, because it has been a while, and being able to like get back in touch and catch up, like it makes my night. So thank you so much. My channel is just Crane Writes. It's just Crane Writes on Twitch. You can even just touch my click on my username and it'll take you there. But thank you all. Thank you all so much for hanging out. This was super restorative, let's call it. I try to make a point. You're chill and the readings are fun, but the combo is always good too. Yeah, this is kind of my favorite part, is like the talking. So, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and hop out. Thank you again and again. Let's toss a raid to somebody. Who do we want to raid into? Let's do Creep. Come on. Is it really even a question? That boy just burped. Darling Creep Show. So Creep is a friend of the channel. She's so cool. I think she's painting minis tonight. I think. Usually that's what she's doing whenever we pop in on Mondays, so fingers crossed. If you have the time to spare tonight, please do consider like hanging out for a minute and like saying hi to Creep, complimenting her stream, interacting with her community a little bit. It means the absolute world to streamers when raids come in, and instead of immediately leaving, like just saying a nice thing first. It super helps their channels out and just makes their night. So if you have a moment to spare, say one nice thing to Creep before leaving. I'll be in there too doing the same thing. And again, just like, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So we're going to go in peace, make the words do good, and I will see you again next time. Thank you again.